Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the 4-hour workshop on Final Cut Studio. Now, we're glad you're here, and we would like to just reiterate one more time, please, during the event, we really need your help. Really. No photography, recording of any kind whatsoever. We really appreciate that. I'd like to first introduce our moderator for this evening from USA Today, Donna Friedkin. Let's hear it for Donna.
Oh my God, you guys are all here to see me. This is so awesome. Thank you. What do you have to ask me? Just kidding. Please welcome the director of Twilight, Catherine Hardwicke.
Can you guys hear me?
So, Catherine, do you feel like a member of the Beatles now?
Well, not exactly. We'll wait for Rob for that.
Did you know about the fan base for the series when you signed on to direct?
Yeah, I did. You guys aren't hidden. They're very vocal.
How did the project come to you?
Well, I was a juror for the Sundance Film Festival last year, and the owners of Summit were there, and they said, we want to make like 5 movies next year. See if you're interested in any of them. So they handed me this stack of scripts, and like 4 of them I just tossed to the side. No, no, no. And then I started reading this one about a vampire, and I thought, this is pretty cool. But it wasn't the script that we made into the movie. And I read the book, and the book was so much better than the script. I said, we've got to throw this away and write the script like the book. Okay, you guys would get a kick out of this. The very first sentence in the script that we threw away was, Bella was a track star. I'm like... And no, no, no. And like in like the second page, she was eating in the diner with James, you know. So it wasn't good.
There's an uproar now. And of course, the question everyone wants to have answered, how did you find Robert?
How did we find Robert? Okay, we auditioned like every gorgeous guy that acts on the planet, and I'm sure you guys would have hated to be there with me, right, during those auditions. And there were a lot of other really cool guys, but a lot of them, they were like great looking, but they didn't look like they were from another world. You know how Robert looks? And I mean, he does not look like the guy next door, right? And so we were, like, I kept meeting all these guys, and they were pretty interesting. But then somebody said, why don't you talk to Robert Pattinson? He's in London. And I'm talking to him on the phone, and he's kind of like, I don't know about vampires. And, you know, we were kind of laughing, and I'm like, I've got to meet you because Harry Potter's been, what was it, like, when was he in that? Like 3 or 4 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. So I didn't know how he was going to look. So he flew over from London and slept on his agent's couch, Stephanie's couch, and then he came over to meet with Kristen and I. And you guys have heard about the audition, right? Okay. So they auditioned, and they did some scenes on my bed, right? And
God, your life really sucked.
Yeah, I had my little video camera, you know, like I'm filming. I mean, that's my job, you guys, okay? And so then I could see that of all, like, Kristen auditioned with like 5 different guys, and these 2 had the chemistry. Like, it was really like electric, you know. And so the next day I looked at the video and I'm like, okay, it's got to be Rob. Yeah.
And I know we talked a little bit about this earlier, but how did you keep the shoot kind of under wraps and private, given the interest in the movie?
Well, you guys know where we filmed, right? Portland, Oregon, and luckily it's a long drive for you guys to get to Portland, right? There's not that many people in Portland, but you know that a lot of people did come to the set and watch and hid in the bushes, and you guys have seen the videos. So, but in a way it was really cool because we were freezing, as you probably know. You saw the weather blogs, right, where we were just shivering and dressed up like marshmallow men and stuff like that and getting soaked. And you'd be there like up on top of a mountain in the middle of the night and just so cold and you just want to quit. And then you'd see a bunch of like fans and they were there too, freezing, and you're like, okay, they care. I've got to do it. Give me another chocolate bar, you know. I'm going back in. Because we really wanted to make it good for you guys, you know. We wanted you guys to love this movie, so.
And since there's so much expectation and so much interest in the movie, tell us, what's the tone of it? What's the feel of it? How would you kind of describe it?
Well, you guys have seen a lot of trailers and footage, I think, but you can see that one of my favorite things is the chemistry between Edward and Bella. It's pretty strong, don't you think, when you see it? Yeah. How many of you guys want to be Bella when you watch the trailer? You could try to have like an out-of-body experience, right? Psychic channeling.
Well, and shall we bring out?
Yeah.
You guys, seriously, be cool.
Yeah,
Let's
be
do something a little
kind of
bit different
cool.
from everyone else. Like, impress him with how cool you are.
Yeah. He's going to rise out of the floor right here.
He actually also levitates. Okay. Ta-tan.
Wouldn't that be cool if we did have like a trap door and...
Can you imagine if it was like a Beyonce show? Like there's a cloud of smoke and there he is?
Yeah, or he could swing down from the sky. Okay, what would be your favorite way for him to enter, you guys? Right into your seats, right?
Did you know immediately that he and Kristen had this much chemistry?
Yeah, you could see, like, the first time that they did a scene, it was, like, electric and scary and cool. Yeah. I mean, you know, Rob is a very special person. I think he is from another planet. I'm not sure. Okay.
All right.
So you guys have to really concentrate, and then he's going to materialize here, okay?
Focus.
Everybody, close your eyes.
Well, what was it like for you guys in Rome?
Okay, we just came from Rome. Give us an example
of what you're dealing with.
We just came from Rome, and we did all these crazy, like, cool red carpets and stuff. And then they said, you're going to go to a bookstore and do a signing. And there was, like, this crazy crowd like this, and we had to sign, like, 1,000 million books.
Oh, my God.
And everybody, of course, wanted to kiss Rob. Nobody wanted to kiss me, but... Oh, no, that's not right, is it? Yeah. Okay, concentrate, you guys. Can we feel the vibrations? Yeah.
The presence of greatness is upon us. Let's roll a clip. No? Not a clip yet? Okay.
I'm winking. Being very subtle. Introduce him.
Okay.
I don't think he needs an introduction. You guys, it's Edward Cullen.
Edward Cullen.
I think I should scream this.
Yeah, the birthday thing.
was supposed to come out of the floor. But
We told him see, now you've disappointed them.
I don't
We told him you were going to come up in a pot of smoke.
I think to these receptions, I think the only thing I can do is disappoint people. So, I mean, like, hello.
So, Robert, what made you want to play Edward?
Oh, I'm not really sure anymore.
Money.
No, a lot of different reasons. I really like the idea of Catherine doing a vampire film. I'm not saying anything very interesting. I've always said all these answers like 50 times. Yeah, I don't know. I like Kristen. I like Catherine. I like the story. I mean, it's simple.
Good script, good director.
Yeah, done.
Done. And then you get all the fans that go along with it.
Yeah, they just come with it.
Were you prepared for all this? I mean, did you know this was going to come hand in hand with the movie?
No, not at all. No.
How are you dealing with it?
Thank you.
I thought we were gonna be really cool, you guys.
Yeah. Well, what do you see? What of yourself do you see in Edward?
What of myself? Well, I have an incredible six-pack. My whole body is just rock solid. I'm joking, unless that didn't come across.
It's the dry British sense of humor.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I can run really fast. I'm good at climbing trees, and
Your nose is going to start growing. Tortured soul, maybe.
I'm not that tortured. I mean, no, but I always get carried away when I'm kissing people. I just go nuts.
I think you're making their night right now. Oh, well done. So Edward is an iconic literary character for so many people. Who's been someone that moved you in a book?
I like Job in the Bible. I can really relate. And what else? There's a book called Money by Martin Amis. I really relate to the lead character of that. But yeah, I mean, lots of different people.
And I know that you're also a musician. You have music on the soundtrack. Tell us about that.
It's so amazing how you guys have heard this already. Is the soundtrack even out yet?
Have you guys heard his song?
Wow. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, the music thing was just a fluke. I wasn't planning on doing anything to do with music ever. So yeah, it's a sort of strange little surprise.
Well, how did it come about?
Catherine just heard this CD which I recorded on my computer. That's it. And now my album's coming out on January 2nd. My fragrance is my clothing line, and my autobiography is out. Oh, thanks. Yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna make an album or anything like that.
Just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
We tried 2 of Rob's songs against the picture, and you saw how great it worked with the film. So we just kind of loved it. No, no. I mean, I saw how great it worked with the film. And then we really wanted to use it in the movie, and we kind of talked Rob into it against his will.
So, Catherine, what's it like directing Robert?
Oh, it's difficult.
Clearly.
No, I mean, Robert is so intense and gets really, involved and deep into the character, and you say you're not tortured. He's kind of tortured. But I think
as an actor. He's very, very confused about everything as an actor.
Well, it's a challenge to play Edward because everybody out here has your own idea of Edward, right? Yeah.
Who would you have preferred to have, by the way? No. All right, I mean, you don't have to don't worry about hurting my feelings. Just seriously. No.
James
Oh,
Dean?
I thought you said Jamie T. I know Jamie T.
I thought you said James Dean,
Jamie
but
T's the guy I went to school with. Well, I can kill you. Oh. Oh. Why? What? Why won't? Yeah, I don't want to kill you. I don't want.
He doesn't even know you.
I don't even know you. We're gonna get to know you first.
So how did you guys develop Edward, though, given how strong he is on the page?
Letters.
What? Oh. Just.
We had rehearsals for one thing.
Yeah, we did rehearsals.
Rehearsals and improv.
Yeah. It's just like I think on the blah 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 blah. Don't want to talk about. Yeah, I had no idea how to play it until I did the audition, and then just a little weird.
On Catherine's bed.
Yeah. And then
That was part of it. Yeah.
It was just a weird energy. Like looking at the character from the outside, it's like impossible to play. And so, it's a really intimidating character. And then I just sort of felt a different energy in Catherine's house, and I just sort of started with that.
And with Kristen too, you know.
Yeah. Kristen
Good.
makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah. She's cool.
Kristen's awesome.
Did you guys, with such a following, how did you kind of keep it in check? Was it always in the back of your head, or did you try to do something just independently? Do you know what I mean?
Every day I think we really wanted to try to make a good movie, you know, because if we made a movie that we were proud of, then we thought that you guys would like it too. So that's mostly, we thought, do the best we could, you know, make something excellent for you guys.
And now I'm guessing you guys might have some questions for Catherine and Robert? Yeah, there's no questions, so I think we should just go. All right, there. You, yeah.
My question is, wow.
Do you want
That's kind of cool. I mean, because I think that was something that fascinated Rob, you know, his connection to his father. He didn't want to become a vampire, so that's one thing you guys kind of got into in the rehearsal period, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was weird though as well. We ended up just hanging out with the Collins kind of stuck together, but I don't know. There was another thing with James. I thought that was a relationship which was worth exploring, because it seems like I always interpreted Edward to have more of a problem with killing people than any of the other Collins. But he hides it more. But that's why he's so sort of fixated on it. And I think James is a kind of, in a lot of ways, and the way me and Cam tried to play a lot of the end, it's about James is trying to tempt him into behaving like he believes he should behave, and that kind of we tried to play it as mirrors of each other. And that's why I think, I don't know if you saw the clip, but I mean, Cam wants me to kill him at the end, and it's because if I kill him, then he like lets me kill him, because he wants me to behave like a vampire and not like a human. I think, if that answered the question.
I actually have a question for you guys. In the books, Bella and Edward have a very slow build. They don't rush into romance. How did you guys translate that in the film? Because so many movies do just jump right into it.
Well, that's kind of what the whole book is
Okay.
about, right? So the closer he gets, he might kill her. So there's a caution and a tension that has to be calibrated almost precisely in every scene.
I wanted there not to ever be a kind of a moment of contentment as well. He never gets to a point, even right at the end of the movie, it's not a clear-cut happy ending, because I really didn't think that it was. It seems like as soon as they realize they're in love with each other, they can't see any good road leading out from it. And I wanted to make that show
Clear, yeah.
In the striped red and gray sweater.
First off, I'd like to thank you guys for coming.
Yeah.
I have a question about the final song on the soundtrack by Iron and Wine, Like This Bird, American Now. Why did you pick that song for the prom scene? Because it's not a very prom-like.
Well, Kristen picked that song. Kristen loved that song, and there's a prom song, you know, and then there's the part where just Edward and Bella have a very intimate conversation, and that's where you hear that song. It's a beautiful song, though.
In the Cullen shirt. It's only appropriate.
All right. Him?
You know, actually, let me repeat the
Either of
question.
us.
Let me repeat the question because I think it was a little bit quiet for the. What do you guys enjoy doing in your free time when you're not making films?
I like to surf. I live right on Venice Beach. That's fun. I got to see some whales like 3 weeks ago. Not whales, dolphins swimming right next to me. That was pretty cool.
I don't really do anything in my free time, to be honest.
You climb trees
I do.
and run fast.
No, yeah, I don't do anything.
See movies.
Yeah, I see a lot of movies, I guess.
Read.
It's basic. I'm really boring.
No, he's not.
Right there in the black shirt. Yep.
I mean, and
What do you think about Jacob?
I mean, as a character, I mean, I completely get that. It's completely needed in the story. I mean, like, I'd go with Jacob. Jacob's way more interesting than Edward. Jacob, like, Ed was just such a hassle. It's like having a really like, if you have a girlfriend who was like Edward, it'd be like, yeah, you're hot and everything, but just shut up.
The hoodie right there. Did you and Kristen have a more or different approach to the more emotional scenes?
I'm not sure. I mean, I ended up spending like tons and tons of time with Kristen, and also like virtually every scene has some kind of like heaviness behind it, and so when you're like constantly going to work playing that, like every single scene has a sort of gravitas, and you eventually start to feel like you're in this little bubble away from you. I always felt kind of separated with her than from the rest of the cast. I think it's just inevitable. I mean, the way the story is. So I mean, it wasn't that hard, I guess. Yeah.
Number 10.
Do you have a driver's license? Oh, okay. They start them young in Connecticut.
Yes. Yeah.
I have a question. Will you fight me?
No way. I really have. You won't like it. You won't like it.
Okay, you guys. You know what, you guys? You guys, why don't you go back to your seats and ask the question from there? That way
okay.
everyone can hear you. Did you had
If
a
you asked me
question?
last year, I probably would have done it.
She wanted a little nibble, I think.
What was your favorite part about filming the movie?
Don't say the end.
Yeah, the last day. I don't know. I mean, just it was a very, very different experience for me for the whole thing, and like now, even afterwards, it's been very like overwhelming. I mean, it's one of the most interesting things that's ever happened to me. So, like, I guess like the whole thing. There's not really a specific moment I can think of.
Are you guys doing the sequels? If there should be sequels?
We don't know. We don't know. If it makes enough money, then we'll keep going.
I'm guessing it might. Did you, Robert?
I like your optimism.
Robert, did working on the Harry Potter movie, I mean, Robert played Cedric Diggory, did working on the movie and seeing what those kids went through, did it prepare you for the hoopla that would surround this?
No,
Not at all?
No, it's just so different. I think nothing can really prepare you for it. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, like everyone's really so positive now, and I really thought, you know, I mean, I still think when I'm in a crowd, someone's just going to shoot me. Like, but I mean, that's what I would do.
Because some people were kind of mean when he first got cast.
Who could be mean to Robert? Okay, right there. Yep. You guys, let the lady ask the question. Actually,
wow.
Robert, let me just
your
repeat the
stuff.
question so they can all hear it. In every movie you've done, your voice has been very different. Is that a conscious choice?
I think it just sort of. No, I mean, I don't think anything is really a conscious choice. I mean, very few things are conscious choices. I mean, it kind of. Sometimes when I first read a script, there's always a voice. There's always some kind of voice. And sometimes that's the major thing that attracts you to a script, the voice that comes out of the way the dialogue's written. There's definitely a voice which I had an idea of for Edward, for instance. And I guess the Haunted M was kind of, there's a period voice as well, so it's really posh, like, oh, hello, or whatever. But what was the, I did write Stray Dog, yeah. Well, thank you. That's pretty much the only song I've ever written.
Right there, on the edge, right? Yep.
From the tree scene where you climb up,
Mm.
what made you choose the word spider monkey?
Catherine's claiming that was me, but it was actually Catherine.
No, I don't. I wrote a list of like 10 lines the night before, and I said, which do you want to say? And Rob chose that one.
I just thought that one was the most bizarrely random thing.
How much did you guys improv on set? Or was it all very
In that scene, they did improv the line in the tree that says, "Oh, this is unreal."
Oh, yeah.
In my
That's
world, it's real.
There's one scene as well, which I hope they have on the special features with in the bedroom, where there's like I give like a 2-minute long speech about how my life is meaningless. And then Kristen starts talking about how she makes like musical instruments out of like chinchilla.
Oh yeah, we do. We do have that scene in the DVD extras. Yeah. It's awesome.
Everyone was annoyed at me because I looked too upset all the time. So they're saying, say something like, just say something happy, be happy. So I was like, do you know when you just can't find meaning in anything? Like, you just don't know what's going on. And it went on for ages. That was I always forget about that.
Right there, yes. You were so excited. How could we ignore you? She loves you and she wants to know what you like in a lady.
I like people being forward. Yeah, it's always good starting off on square one with someone saying they love you. But
when they're wearing a T-shirt with your face. Is that a good or?
That's definitely yeah, gets a few points in my book. Plus, if you're going to see the movie like 6 or 7 times, that also I
mean. The first weekend, yeah.
Definitely. I can't really think one. I don't know. I just people. I like strong people, I guess. Physically. Yeah. Chiseled abs. Like granite. Cold. Just cold. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't really have a taste. Whatever. Like whatever. I mean, I really don't even bother. I just close my eyes.
What about right there? Yeah.
Hi. I just want to thank you for doing events like this. It's really great. She's an amazing fan. And
I've read all the books, definitely. I don't. Have you read all of them, Rob? The last
I haven't
one?
read the last one yet.
Not the last one. Yeah. The next 3 books get even more challenging to film. They're like way more difficult, and you know, werewolf special effects and crazy stuff. Yeah. And the next book, there's not much of Robert in it. Oh, that's why it's his favorite book.
What?
Right there, in the pink, yeah.
I know you kind of mixed my question when you said that the only song you had written was Stray Dog, but I love that you're a musician and I've heard it and it's great. I was wondering what muses you used to write that, whether it's personal experience or like people you've met or encountered.
Yeah, I mean, I've written like, it takes a long time for me to write something. Maybe I've written about 8 songs or something. I guess I mean, Stray Dog was like, I had this one line, so I woke up, this is really boring. I woke up, I woke up and I'd been crying in my sleep, and I didn't realize why I had been, because I wasn't depressed about anything at all. And I had this idea about when you cry actual tears so you don't actually cry. That's the line, that you cry to hold back the tears sometimes. And then I just kind of mumble words. And then kind of, I'm very self-conscious about writing songs, so I just mumble stuff, and then I kind of interpret the sound as being a lyric. So.
Do you think you'll make an album?
Yeah, no, I don't. Not for a while anyway. I might release it under a different name.
But every time Rob sings a song, when I heard him in the studio, it's different each time, which is. Sometimes I said, was that the same song? Because he's so creative, it just comes out of him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just to be
That
fair,
was a completely
if you guys
improvised
don't
song,
please
so.
don't shout out questions, you know, so everyone gets a chance, or as many people as possible. Right there with the scarf. Would you choose music or acting if you had to choose?
I don't know. I mean, I think I really haven't done acting for long enough to say like, oh, I'm just quitting or whatever. But it is in a lot of ways a very frustrating industry, and also what makes money and what needs to be done to get jobs is very annoying, and it's very different. Today's environment for making films, I think, is very different from when I liked films, like I still do like films, but I mean when I really, really liked films, like in the sort of 70s, and I think I'd like to try and help push the industry back to that kind of environment, and I think you can only do it from within. So I guess I want to stay doing it for that reason. But music, you can do anytime.
Do either of you, I mean, Catherine, you especially, you've worked on such a variety of projects, from 13 to Lords of Dogtown, now to this. Do you have a dream project, either of you, that you're kind of holding on to, that you want to shoot at some point?
Yeah, I have a lot of dream projects, and just what Rob said, it's difficult to get challenging movies made in this environment because people are really looking at the bottom line. And so if you have a radical film that, you know, doesn't fit the mold, it's hard to get the green light for.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, there's
Same thing.
tons and tons. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to write something which I could do, but it's just everything's so hard. It takes years and years to do anything. So, you know, you have dreams are fleeting.
Green sweater, turquoise sweater over there.
I have a question for both of you. First off,
I think that actually just 1 week, maybe like 8 days ago, I actually finished working on Twilight. I've been doing all the music and sound effects and everything, so I haven't started on New Moon at all, and we don't know if it'll even happen. But so honestly, well, it's very expensive, that movie, you know, and we have to, you know, make enough to make it worth it. So Okay, cool. Well, so actually, since we literally just finished the other one, I haven't gone too far into it, but I'm sure we probably would want to see some of Edward so that he wouldn't be just missing for part if I was thinking about that. But yeah, what do you think, Rob?
No, I like that about Edward. I mean, the thing I really liked about, I grew to like about his characters, that his emotions are so all or nothing, and I like, I mean, how when he says, I'm gone, I can't remember what he says to her, but I think it's very important that he just closes down completely. I mean, it's like the whole thing, better to have loved than lost, or whatever, because it hurts so much more. But I think Edward would look very different in New Moon as well. I mean, I think it would be a completely different performance. So I mean, that's what that's what I was preparing for if it happens.
Oh, come on, you guys.
God, you
What
guys
happened
are
to being
so
cool?
shallow.
You guys, look at her T-shirt. There it is. Yeah.
You didn't? You have right there.
There were quite a few. There was, I guess, just this sort of general. I mean, actually, to be honest, the end scene, the fight scene, was probably the hardest because we were shooting it first, and I was so conscious of the fact that he's supposed to be like pretty and stuff. And it's quite difficult doing a big fight scene when you're like trying to like pout at the same time. You don't look very threatening. But yeah, I think probably that. I mean, there's a whole underlying element which he has to be scary as well as attractive at the same time. So it's just a difficult underlying. You're playing like two parts at the same time. You're playing the normal story and a whole underlying thing.
In the last row, right, you.
I'm not dating Kristen. Kristen's going out with a really good actor, Michael Angarano, and yeah. I don't know.
All right, next question. Red hat.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
I can't answer it yet.
What's been the oddest fan experience you guys have had as you've embarked on this press tour?
Right now. No.
Nothing. I mean, the whole thing. I can't tell if it's odd or not. Like, I mean, just even situations like this. I mean, is this normal? I mean, it's you just sort of grow to accept it. I mean, there's people. It's just funny when you go to the city. I mean, after I literally thought I was. I mean, I've done movies where like not a single person's seen them since Harry Potter. It's just funny how you just do some things like 1,000 people will go and see a screening of a still.
Yeah, when you do an independent film, you're just praying that anybody will show up in the theater. So it's really cool that you guys want to see this movie.
All right, we have time for 2 more questions, and then sit still because it's not over yet. After those questions, there's going to be something really cool we're going to show you.
All right.
2 more questions.
The blonde with the gray shirt.
I'm not going to sing. No, it's embarrassing. What is it with my hair? Like,
You guys, come on, you guys.
Remember, we're going to be cool.
Yeah.
Let's be cool.
I don't understand it. It's like a pantomime thing. It's like, I won't. Like, oh, yes, you will. Take off your hat.
He looks good in the hat, you guys.
He rocks that hat.
Influences on acting would be, I guess, just I like actors who are just who just do something which you just wouldn't expect. I mean, I like actors like. I'm trying to think of someone.
Johnny Depp?
Yeah, like Johnny Depp, but I mean, like it's but sort of different to that. I mean, like I like people who, yeah, like people like Jack Nicholson. I mean, people who like. I don't know what I'm talking about.
right.
I like cool people.
Let's see. Who have we? Right there. No, you who's waving your hand in no, right. Right in the black sweater with the you. Yeah. Yes.
I love you, Rob, but my question's for Patrick. What advice will you give to someone who's like trying to pursue the filmmaking career?
Oh, that's a good question.
a good question.
How many people out here want to be directors? Good, cool. Well, you know what you're probably doing already is trying to write your own films, like a short film, and make it. And then the biggest advice I would give you is force yourself to carry it all the way through. Write it, shoot it, edit it, have a screening at your house, show it to your friends, finish it, and then make another one and make it better. Like, learn from your mistakes and just keep trying to improve it. Go to film school. Are you in film school? Where do you go to film school?
Right now I'm in Lehman College, but I'm going to New Film Academy.
That sounds pretty cool. Well, it sounds like you're on the right path, and just keep working and watch all great films, and you can watch the DVD commentaries and learn what the directors did and learn about shots, and then go volunteer on student films and stuff. You're going to do good, I think.
Thanks so much, you guys. I think that's it, right? Thank you,
Excellent.
Catherine.
Thank you.
Robert.
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, everybody.